every time, won't you?
On second down, it's Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
At the 29-yard line.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
28-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it, but it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs, and they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their deep...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down.
10 yards on the pickup.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Past the 20. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Vikings!
Anthony Miller.
Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Alex Erickson on the return. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On the delay, Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 10-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Byron Murphy, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
Complete. Brings up 2nd and goal.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Bailey's kick is good. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Raymond now on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Sheldon Richardson, his 2nd sack of the night.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And that's into the hands of Eckler.
Wilson's pass.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a gain of 11, and it's third down.
On third down, Wilson. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. So tough to stop Gronk. And good power running, but he's still going to be about a yard short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A gain of 19.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A gain of
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
The 25-yard line.
Wilson will throw again. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Well, last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice. And
he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Number 87.
Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Aaron Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Vikings 35, Seahawks 24.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Raymond now on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Oh, incomplete.
Wilson.
A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Gain of 12.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Complete to Austin.
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And Miller with it over the middle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. 15 yards. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Wilson's pass.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. 4 yards remain for second down. To throw again is Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. It's 2nd and goal back to the 8-yard line now. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. That right there, career catch number 541. And that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Vikings 42, Seahawks 24.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Rodgers now on 1st down. That'll be complete to Cook. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. For 23 yards, the final tally. Now Jones, and he will take this one in for a Seattle touchdown. Aaron Jones His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Vikings 42. Seahawks 30.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
The kick is good.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Alex Erickson on the return. The Seahawks take over first.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. Seconds to go in the game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
To Aaron Jones.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that. They'll try and run it in
with Jones. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Tonight's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game.